The first takeaway is I'm going to be getting on your book right away. So
Woohoo!
that's the first takeaway. But thanks for the lead in, Jess. That was awesome. Um, to understand why I did the book, we got to go back and understand where I came from. Okay, and 29 years ago, I became a police officer, and 24 years ago, I ran into a PTSD episode and I couldn't get back to work. So I was only a police officer for 5 years. Back then, it was just something that you didn't admit to. You didn't admit to the fact that you were having a mental health episode, and so no one knew what to do with me, and nobody knew and I didn't know what to do with myself. Honestly, all I did know was I was going to have a very very hard time having to get into being able to get another salaried job because of what my former employer was going to say about me. So, there's a quote that Walt Disney I heard said, and him and Roy had been looking for work and they couldn't get work anywhere, so they decided to employ themselves. And so that's what I decided to do. The problem was I didn't know any entrepreneurs. I didn't know any business owners. And so I was left with nobody to mentor me and nobody to guide me through how to go about growing a successful business. And so as a result of that, I got to make a lot of business mistakes. I was very skilled at making mistakes in my business. I was also very skilled at being gullible enough to trust people at their word, and I was taken advantage of because of that. I ended up missing the small print on a contract and lost one of my businesses. Then that literally resulted in me having to start from scratch, living on the floor in my brother-in-law's basement with my wife and my two daughters. So I know what it's like to be that small business that is one bad month away from shutting down. I've gone through those same struggles. And what I did decide to do though was I decided to go out and find mentors, to find the people who had done that I wanted to do. I was fortunate enough to get involved with legends like Jim Cathcart and also with Grant Cardone. And, I decided that if I wanted to be the best, then I had to learn from the best. And so I was willing to put the time and effort into the training to be able to learn from all these people that had the life that I wanted to live and were doing the things that I wanted to do for others. Through Jim Cathcart, I was able to have the opportunity to, learn from Les Brown and Brian Tracy. And so some of the biggest names in the industry, I was able to get the training from. And what I then went out and did is I founded a business called Whot. And Whot stands for What Are You Leaving on the Table? And what we do is we do a highly personalized and in-depth 22 stage assessment of your business to go in and find literally hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars that your business is missing out on. It's literally hiding, it's there. But the problem is, the average business owner doesn't even know it's there for the taking. So the thing is, and the reason why I did the book is because not everybody can afford to do a one-on-one with us. Okay. And I wanted to be able to get those strategies into everybody's hands. All right. So I wrote the book and we called it Cut the Anchors and Cruise. And we've got it right here. Literally, it's reversed, but I just got the book 2 days ago. That's how new it is. Just got released. And, we want to help those business owners and help them to be able to go in and they can use the book and they can self assess their business so that they can get the attention that they need to be able to grow to become the business that they want to become. Whether or not they want to come in and work with us, that's up to them. But I want the business owners to be able to have that deep breath, right? That relaxing, stress-free time so that they finally know that they're achieving what it was that they want to do for themselves, for their families, and for other people. So I know that this book can do this for people. And one of the reasons why I know that is because I use these strategies on my own businesses. And even though, I know them all, it's still a nice refresher. I do it twice a year to go through and see where are we misfiring, where can we really do better than we're currently doing. And I know this stuff can work. And I want to give you this quote because I got this emailed me today from a guy who's an incredibly successful, worldwide known businessman. And he said this, and he's already read the book. And he said, "You've inspired me and made me glaringly aware of what I'm overlooking." So if I know of somebody that's that successful, that a book can help somebody like him, then I know that every business owner can get help from this. And here's what we're going to do. Okay. If you go out and you spend, literally, it's on Kindle for 99 cents. If you go and you get the book and you message me on Facebook or LinkedIn and you send me a screen cap showing me that you've gotten the book, okay, then we will send you a Calendly link to do a free stage one assessment with us, which is normally $597. Okay. But if you get the book, we're going to do that assessment for you for free. And I know that we're going to find tens of thousands of dollars in missing revenue. Jess, what do you
That is
think? I wrapped it
exciting
all up in
stuff.
time.
I am seeing if they'll allow me to turn on my camera. There it is. Leaving money on the table. We don't want to do that. Ooh, that is a great offer to have your time with you or your team. Is it you or your team? Who's on there?
It's going to be me or a member of my team, but likely it's going to be me.
And it sounds like people will get definitely specific takeaways, what they need to start focusing on. When you just said thousands or millions of dollars worth of revenue, everybody was paying close attention. I can't wait to read the book.
Awesome, Jess. Thank you very much for having me on. I look forward to your next hearing about your next guest.